In this screencast, I'm going to show you how to bulk rotate and resize images before you put them into a Firefly page. Here you can see I've got some images, and what happens, the software will actually rotate the images in the view. It's recognized that there's handwriting on here, and so it will rotate them. But when you drag them into the Firefly page, it won't represent that rotated view. And that's because these photographs were taken, well, when they were taken, there was some metadata associated with the photograph to say that the photograph was taken the wrong way round. In other words, the phone or whatever device you used was either upside down or rotated by 90 degrees. So just to show you that, here I've got these photographs, and if I just drag them into this Firefly page that I've created, so I've just highlighted all of these photographs. I don't want to drag that information. I'm going to drag them into the Firefly page, and it's uploading those photographs. They're probably actually a little bit too large as well. If I right click and just look at the properties of this photograph, you'll see that it is 2.59 megabytes, and that's really far too large for a web page, particularly if you're asking your users to access the web page on a mobile device. It will take a long time for those photographs to download. So can you see all of these are either upside down, and if I click done, then we may be able to see some of them which are rotated the wrong way around. So this is just, the photograph is remembering the orientation of the device when the photograph was taken, and it's just representing that when it puts it onto a web page. So how do we automatically rotate all of those and resize them so that it's a nice web friendly size for people that are looking at them on a mobile device? This is the fastest way I've found on doing it. So I'm just going to go to those images again in this folder here and just maximize this so we've got a bit more space to see them. I'm just going to reduce the size of them a little bit, like so. I'm just going to highlight all of them in that folder. I don't want this one here, and I'm going to right click on all of those and send to mail recipient. So what this is doing, it's pretending as if we're going to email them, but we're not actually going to email them. We are just going to allow Microsoft Outlook to resize them and rotate them for us. If we just look, actually, this is 5.17 megabytes, but original size is 60 megabytes. So when I dragged them into that Firefly page, that was 60 megabytes worth of data. If you're looking at that on a mobile phone, it would take a long time to download. So really, 800 by 600 is perfectly fine for web view, and if we go, that file size has now gone down to 3.15 megabytes. So I'm going to click attach, and you can see it's resizing them and rotating them all at the same time, and it's opened up an email. I don't want to send that email, I'm just using the software to resize the images, and you can see now the size of the images is a lot better. I'm just going to right click, select all, and copy them. Don't close the email down, because otherwise you'll lose that copy. Just go to the folder where they were, the folder where the original photographs were, and I don't know, let's call it resized, for example. And now when I open into there, I can paste them in there, and now I've got all of those images nicely resized and nicely rotated. And if I go back to my Firefly page, I'm just going to drag in those images just to show you what it looks like. So just do Control A again and drag those new images. You'll see that it's uploading a lot faster because the file size is much smaller. And when I look at them, in fact, what I did then, we see I dragged in this desktop file, and I didn't want to do that because it's created a file list. So let's just go back. It's always good to make mistakes, and uncheck that desktop thing and then drag it into here, and now it's uploading those. And when I click done, you can see now all of those photographs are rotated and have a much smaller file size. So I hope you found that useful. Thank you very much for listening.